So, upon our various groups of adventurers, arriving in Felwinter's office, a combat ensued. Several things happened in the combat. We learned that Luciana now has a stat block and is a pretty decent
Yay!
spellcaster. Greater visibility is a bitch, as is the bottle of everlasting smoke, or whatever the fuck it's
We
called.
should ban these two
As we
things.
learn pretty
No.
quickly. Hey,
Yes.
worst comes to worst, an enemy dispels magic on the bottle.
You
I
wouldn't
crush
dare.
it in my hands.
Still takes a while for
Also,
the smoke to go away.
dispel magic would not work
No,
on the
dispel
bottle
magic.
because...
Oh, dispel magic does not work on the smoke. It works in the bottle.
No, because it dispels a spell effect.
Oh, you fucker! I forgot about that one. I argued about this last week. Remind. Dispel. Nothing counts the bottle. The
Anti-magic
worst-
field.
The thing that counters the bottle is a gust of wind.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
Okay.
too bad none of us
Good old
have it.
hand
No
of
one's
God.
wind.
Be prepared.
Good old
to
case of
see-
God.
Be prepared to see an uprising of beholder fights in this campaign.
Oh God, no!
Oh.
I
No!
training to be
This is punishment for the bottle.
What? What are you? What?
Maybe.
Anya, what did you say?
It's okay. I like both fights. I like this punishment.
You are very underwater.
Yeah,
Fine,
we cannot
eat
hear
it.
you.
Why?
That's fine. Right.
It's
so
fine.
anyways,
It's fine.
Anyway.
Leaves.
Anyway. So, that Luciana was trying to use a teleportation circle to get out, though this teleportation circle did not act like a default one. It was modified, and as such didn't require concentration, something which proved frustrating for our group, which is completely understandable. Unfortunately, some of us suffered a humiliation round after round after round. That being Zygria, I'm sorry.
Specific one of us.
Yes, but through hard work, perseverance, and just good luck in general, and good planning,
And a beautiful
We-
fireball to finish it off.
we brought Luciana down to the ground, unconscious, as per several of you, as throughout this fight, Felwinter's office had begun getting a lot more hostile. The office itself now proposed that whenever someone casted a spell, they would roll on the wild magic table. To a lot of people's detriment, as the last spell of fight was cast, and Fireball was unleashed upon everyone, bar Reverence. And last we left off, a door had slammed open in unison with numerous bodies hitting the floor, and you heard a loud, exclaimed, "What?" Are there any questions before we begin?
No,
Just
that's
to
it.
clarify, Andros and Oswald are down.
I'm not down.
I am
You're not down?
I'm not.
Huh.
Don't know why
Luciana
everyone
and
thinks I'm
Oswald.
down.
It's just Oswald
And Luciana.
Squishy as fuck.
and Luciana.
Also, because I trusted Evo, which
I
I
didn't
should
say
not have done.
I didn't
You
say
did.
they
I
were
said
down.
that. It wasn't
Oh.
Evo, it was me.
Well, I trusted Evo, and I'm blaming Evo for this now.
So,
Oh, I have 5 hit
apologies
points.
if I do have to cut it short. I accidentally ate half a pizza too quickly, so there's a chance I might vomit midway through this.
Oh no.
I told you
yeah.
to slow down. I told
But that being said, we can jump in. We open back into the scene. The smell of sulfur just faintly in the air as two bodies hit the floor. Oswald, our compatriot, in some cases our friend, and Luciana, person you've been working to stop this whole fight. She goes down, purple hair spilling out over the red carpet, and everything in Felwinter's office goes inert. As you hear this loud exclaimed, "What?" Do any of you turn to look at the doorway, or do some of you immediately rush to Oswald?
I'm
think
looking at the
Evo-
doorway.
instinctually also does turn to look at the doorway at first.
That doorway.
Doorway.
We'll get Oswald, don't worry.
We'll look at him later, don't worry.
Fine.
I'll push a healing
So-
word towards him and then turn towards the door.
Okay, so Oswald regains how many hit points? Roll that first.
Okay, give me 1 second. 6. 1 plus 5.
Oswald, you regain 6 hit points. You are conscious, and you are staring right in the unconscious face of Luciana. We'll get to that in a second. In the doorway itself is this taller, slimmer tiefling man, blue of skin, yellow solid blocked eyes, and high arched eyebrows. Appears to be numerous like kind of crow's feet at the corners. He wears a set of silver spectacles with this swept back black hair and a neatly groomed, if bushy, body. The horns themselves kind of curl up and down towards the ears, and you see on one of the ears, the right ear specifically, there is a large chain earring which dangles to about the collarbone, upon the end of which is a small anvil with a semicircle atop it. Wearing this constantly shifting in styles and patterns red robe and just very simple, dark, smart clothes. Those of you with the passive insight of 14 or higher can see that he's very clearly uncomfortable by such attire. This is not his preferred form of dress, and you could probably safely assume that regardless, given the grandiose gray silken wizard's hat which sits next to the desk. And there's like this brief pause, which gives you guys an opportunity to speak if you would like to.
Yvelda immediately kind of just like raises their hands in a gesture of just kind of peace, as he says, "I'm so sorry. We did not mean to end up here. I promise I can explain everything. We can explain everything." Yvelda's gonna like go over to like Luciana, still like making eye contact with her, and kind of just like pat her on the shoulder, and I spare the dying her.
Okay.
Oh no!
'Cause
What?
She did.
No, she
she-
was already. She.
Oh, she
No.
took damage from the fireball, and I've
Oh
already
yeah.
rolled 2
Jesus.
d6 for her.
Oh, I forgot.
No.
Thank
That was
God.
clutch. That was fucking clutch.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot. Also, I'm walking and I'm putting just on her. I'm putting my fucking name. 1 second.
Manacles?
My manacles. Yes.
Your
Oh, before you do that,
manacles?
Veld, roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Oh no!
God. She let
Literally
me.
the worst person in the party to do this.
You
Literally.
have a portal of some sort connected between your office and the catacombs.
Did we win?
So, y-
Handedly.
yes, Oswald. I think we did. That is 15 on persuasion, which is not too bad.
Reverence is going to kind of take a step to the side,
So,
on like
at this-
visually
yeah.
separating him and the rest of the party.
As this cascade of questions and statements goes about, kind of holds up a single hand, long finger just up in the air. Pause. What is it you just said? You, the one with the long hair, beard. Not you.
In regards to what? I can explain.
You show up in my office.
I'm very sorry. We kind of got.
Coming to
My-
my house, touch my
It
stuff.
Kill this
Why?
bitch.
Why are there numerous seams in my rug?
It
That-
tried to strangle me, and I panicked.
Pedro is a guard dog. Of course he would.
I'm very
Uh-huh.
sorry. We did not
Victim
expect to
gaslighting moment.
end up here.
Yeah,
We
Actually, that is a good question. How are you all here?
If I'm
Why is
Catacombs.
there-
catacombs.
Like we said, we have a,
Catacombs.
there's a way from the catacombs into here
the
somehow.
Catacombs. Yes.
Yeah, we got
You
Sorry,
keep
tacos
I
cutting
did
off.
that
dying.
Quite a while ago.
Yeah, you keep cutting off.
I keep cutting off. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If that didn't help, you cut off.
Uno moment.
Own him up.
I think I had.
Uno mas.
No DM in the VC, it has become a lawless
Reverence raises his hand, Reese's Puffs. Beat him up, jumps up to him back.
I think enough time has passed that I put the manacles on.
Yeah, I think unless he's stopping, I'd assume so.
Yeah, and I have the key.
I'm
Right. Testing.
Still bad.
Like
Are you
putting
using
off
your actual
I'm-
microphone, or are you using the?
Can you lower your sensitivity?
I did lower my sensitivity. Yes.
Is it using
It's a
the
little
right
better.
Microphone.
Yes.
yes, it's
I
better.
Do you
It's a
want
little
my
better.
headset? It's
I
not.
do not want your headset.
I'm aware, but it's also going to be better if you're genuinely like cutting in and out.
I can
It
hear
on-
it's better. It's better.
Okay,
now.
1 second.
It was better.
Or
It was better.
It was better.
But it could be better.
Any difference.
cut in like
Gaslight.
tiny light.
It is crazy that Evel got strangled by a rug, and he's like, "How could you do this to my rug?" Of course, he tried to strangle you. You didn't have any purpose or intent to be here.
Oh, I
How
know.
could you do that to my strangle rug?
My strangle rug, my my flump. Oh yeah, the flump's still around.
Oh yeah, the flubs are
No,
still
there's
just
no
sitting there
reference.
upside
They're
down.
just there.
One of them's upside down, panicking, little tentacles waving in the air, having
'Cause
like
they-
hyperventilating.
They're still floating, but they're upside down, so they cannot fly.
Oh yeah, the flumps. This
When
is
they're
weird.
There's
one
like
of
8
them's just-
flubs in this room.
Yeah, one of them's just still. One of them's fallen upside down. They're like they can't move anymore.
Help, I fallen, I can't get up.
Even though they fly, when they're upside down, they cannot move.
One of them's a disco ball.
One of them's just spinning.
1 second, be back.
My campaign now, gentlemen.
You spin me right.
I
round.
disagree.
Right,
Might.
like a record.
Fellwinter just dies instantly.
Yeah.
He has a heart attack.
Yeah,
it's
we-
crazy.
Dang. Crazy.
I cast Wish. I
No.
cast Earthquake.
Counterspell.
Fuck.
I cast Wish counterspell.
Silvery barbs.
I
Silvery Barb.
I cast
Gotta
Wish.
love.
I cast.
When somebody hits you with that 9th level counterspell.
Yes.
I've never seen that.
Critical Role Campaign 1. Very emotional moment.
I don't know.
Oh yes, the one everybody talks about, but nobody remembers.
Which is crazy.
Schrodinger's cool moment.
Schrodinger's.
Like the only
Willard-
thing I
Willard
like
knows
about
you
campaign
something.
1
Right
is
back.
the finale.
Fair.
I like a
I like the animated series. I'm liking Legends of Vox Machina. I did not like watching the streams though. I tried.
I'm caught up
Oh,
on
yeah, 'cause they're
campaign 3.
amateur.
No spoilers for campaign 2 or 3 though. Aragon's still watching.
Okay. I'm testing.
I loved
Do
it when Jester.
Do I,
Alright, I heard you.
hello? Am I cutting in and out?
No, you're not.
No, you sound great. Let's go.
Okay, wonderful.
Was a Wi-Fi issue.
Need
Question before we begin.
Yes.
Fellwinter. Daddy or no? This is important.
Is he attractive, DM?
Is he
Dilf
attractive
or
or not?
nah?
Anya, just for you, I'll send you the pick crew. It's not an accurate
Can
representation.
I see the pic crew?
You've already
Can
seen
we-
the
can I
pick
see-
I
crew.
wanna just post
No.
it
I
on
want
campaign
the
pic.
PC. We need a reference
Is
image.
it
Can I
the
see
picture
it?
of Steve?
You know what? You know what? If we can get through this whole session, right, without one of you incurring my wrath, I'll send the pick crew at the end.
Okay.
Ah, shit, it's
Guys,
lost.
we can do this. We can do this.
You can do
So,
this.
Brazil must remain empty.
Shush.
Yes. So, where did we last leave off? Apologies, I'm a little bit spun around right now.
We
So,
told him that we came
sad.
here from the catacombs, and he was like, "Oh, right, the catacombs."
right. Oh God, nearly burped. So you all just came in through the rooftop or the windows? Which one?
Did we come in
They
through?
came through the floor. We just appeared.
Yeah.
We fell. Oh, we got tossed in here by a fire giant.
We walked through the door of a giant's living room.
Oh, you just walked here?
Okay.
Just to understand.
To be clear, you're not all lost students that saw fit to harass two of them. Are you with them
I
or
went
what's going
to
on?
college.
Really with them?
No,
Honestly?
no. Not you. Point to Oswald. Did they target
He's
you or are
on
you
the
okay?
floor. He has.
Yeah, I
not-
know. You and Luciana are both on the floor. That's why he's like,
Oh
they-
no! He's with us, and you're
I,
going
what
to.
the-
walk
I
over to
was
help
an
him up.
unfortunate. casualty.
The wild magic stuff got to him eventually. Sorry about that.
I was assuming that's why my omnifolian maple desk was burned.
It was not on purpose, I
We're
assure. I
very
can
sorry
try
for
my
any
best to
property
mend it.
damage.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's-
there we
you know
did have
what?
reason.
Let's
We
let
had a
us
very
let us
good reason.
start from exactly the reason. Let us start from the beginning. No, let's quickly discover why you're all in my office. Well, we know the why, or at least the how, and why there is two of you which are rather badly scorched, and why there is a woman on my floor who looks as if she's had, pardon my Elvish, the shit beaten out of her.
She has.
With good reason.
So
Persuasion check.
me, this figure, Andros, and Luciana, all made our way together to get out of the catacombs. I'm not with any of them. Neither
Which
is
one
Luciana.
Lucy? I don't.
The one
On
on
the
the floor.
floor.
Luciana's the one
On
on
the
the floor.
That's a 14 for persuasion.
Now, we all get here through some sort of magical means through the catacombs. We saw a lot of crazy shit down there. You don't want to hear about it. And
It's a long story.
these fuckers appeared and just started blasting.
Oh, right. There's
blamed it.
there's
She
still
is a
the people
monster.
downstairs.
If I can specify at least my part, I'm not exactly with them.
I
I
don't
was
know their
told
history.
There's good
I meant
reason
to
for why.
restrain her, not try and kill her. For fuck's sake.
I just stabilized her.
There's
Yeah,
a
but she was on
reason
death's
for.
door.
No, she's not anymore.
She
I
was.
If I may.
stabilized her. Yes, and I stabilized her.
All I'm saying is hard to get the answers out of someone you beat the shit out of.
If I may,
I will
Master
know when
Fellwinter.
she's punched.
There's.
Not Master Felwinter. That's disgusting. Felwinter's fine.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
you're Fellwinter?
Would
Was
Zycria
that
know who
not?
that is?
Was that not inferred?
So at your thing of your Felwinter, Yveld, he just kind of spins his finger around in the air. I said this was my office.
I
That's
didn't
true.
know whose office this
Does
was.
Does Zycria know who that is?
Felwinter, Archmage, only current Archmage in Krikias Mar, and resident owner and founder of Felwinter's College, the only free arcane college in Krikias Mar that takes anyone and everyone, regardless of background or social status. Yes, you would know who he is.
Oswald just raises
Andros
a
is,
hand from the
Andros
floor.
is fanboying, by the way.
Oswald just raises a hand from the
You
floor.
both
and
helped him
says,
up from the
"It's
floor.
no," and it just says, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Archmage."
Ah! Graviturgus, this is fast. Oh, wait, you're not there yet. Never mind. You,
What?
creepy cultist one. Not her, points to Zachary. You, points to Yveld.
Why does everyone keep saying that? Is it the
Oswald
hood?
now
She
realizes.
takes the hood off.
No, I saw you in the library
think
2 days ago.
It's the
2 days?
tattoo.
Might have been a little later.
I think it's the
Earlier?
tattoos crawling up your arm. But
No, you
Sorry,
misunderstand.
never mind.
Points to Luciana. She's more cultist.
She's the cultist one here. Yes, I am.
Well, she's unconscious, so I don't know anything about her right now. I only know stuff
Yes.
about you all because looking you in the eye. Whatever. I'm feeling. It's strange. You all are about my student's age, but I feel very outmatched. Sebastian!
Infinity.
And he can't really whistle because his lips are dry. And you watch as unfolding from the brickwork on the right-hand side underneath the bookshelves becomes this stone golem just and moves its way over to him. Now I feel
They-
safe.
The quickest way to explain why we had to disable her. Have you heard of a town called Brentwyn?
Give
Well,
me
I
1
wouldn't
second,
expect.
please, guys. One second. Pause the scene. I've got to go downstairs right now, so I'll be 1 minute. So I
Oh,
set
I'll
up down
also be
there.
right back.
as Feldbutters walks out of the room, runs downstairs.
He has to go check his notes. Hold on. Do I know where Brentwyn is?
Zachary's just
I like
rapping.
the idea of Feldbutter just says, "Give me 1 moment." Opens the door, runs downstairs, comes back up. Okay, I have my memory book.
Andros is also very clearly fanboying about Fellwinter.
Zachary's just
Remember?
wrapping 2 slashes on her arm. With some bandage she has in her bag.
Reverence is just trying to distance himself from you guys. He's like, "I was just here, man."
Well, out the window works.
After she
Windows
puts
are
the
no
man
longer so bad.
after
You
she
could
puts the
just go up
manacles
with-
on, she steps a bit away from the group as well. Zachria.
Reverence would be jumping out the window by this point, but the window is covered in like the snowy wasteland. He doesn't know where the fuck this is.
Zycria is still poisoned. She's a little bit like swaying
She's
a
a
bit.
green tiefling. No, no. Wait, what's green and blue? Doesn't green and blue make like purple or some shit?
No, that's red and
Red and
blue.
blue makes purple. Green and blue makes deep blue. Deep green.
Okay then, are you deep green by now, Evo? Are you darker?
She's not she's not dying. She just has disadvantage.
Yeah, it's not bad. Otherwise, I would have done something about it.
Yeah, she's just
Yeah,
swaying a bit,
otherwise
rubbing
I
her
would
head.
have helped you.
She can. I think she can recognize the feeling of poison.
Yeah, sleep it off. Give me a second, and once we finish this encounter, I can lesser restoration you. But right now, just in case the shit pops off, I want to keep my spell slots. Yeah, you just have disadvantage on everything you do, except saving throws.
Yep.
Ow. Reverend proceeds to pull out a lute and start doing background music to ease the tone.
Just elevator music.
Do 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 do.
Da 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 da. Also, Zycaria's just after she's just bandaging herself while she's slowly separating herself from the rest of the group. She doesn't want to be associated with you guys anymore. That's enough association for the day.
Yeah, fair.
I'm back. What have I missed?
Willow's
Zycria-
vanished.
What?
Willow has returned.
Zycria's awkwardly walking away a little bit from the rest of the group while bandaging herself. She's
Will hear me?
too much
No.
association for the day.
Am I cutting in and out?
No, you're not.
Okay,
You're not.
Reverence, sorry, your mic's picking up a lot of background noise.
Oh, that's not
Oh, he's-
background noise. That's forward.
He's playing the guitar.
He's
Yeah, I'm
playing
just
the
playing
guitar.
the Jeopardy theme.
That's fair. All right, so getting back into it, as Sebastian, the stone golem, stands and just looming over him, he's like, "I feel a little bit safer now." Right.
We mean you no harm.
He doesn't know
If
that.
I may. For a reason as to why we had to disable her. Have you heard of a town called Brentthorn?
No.
Yeah,
And you won't
probably-
ever again? There's reason for that.
It's a bit of a long story, but
Well, we have
all
all the time
I
this will
was
take.
going to continue. About maybe 1.5, 2 months ago or so, Oswald and I, as well as a couple of others, found ourselves in said town, and after
Before you continue, let's all just sit down
I agree.
on the floor, and he will sit
Yeah.
cross-legged. Sebastian behind him will follow suit with this giant stone rumble.
Evo just plops down, legs stretched out.
Zycria's doing that. She's also out of bandage. She's making a blindfold over and putting it over Luciana's eyes.
It's fine. I'll allow it.
Reverend
Just
sits
still
down
gets
and he's
it.
ever smiling with like nails that have been jutted into his chest and ripped open, so he's like still bleeding but smiling
That's
cross-legged.
bandage.
No, I'm good. Thanks for the offer.
Honestly, I'm wondering if I should put a gag on her. I know
Yes.
casters
Oh,
tend
yes,
to use
you
literally
should.
any part of
Yes.
them.
Yes, she is a very powerful mage, and
That's
we've dealt
not
with.
one moment. And you watch as he just kind of reaches into the cloak, pulls out a small hourglass. Except this one, it's not shaped exactly like an hourglass. It's two essentially cubes put on top of each other with a small hole in between. And one of them is filled with a red liquid, the other is filled with a blue. And he just turns it on its side, and you watch as they both start to pass into the other one without touching one another like oil and water. She'll be unconscious for about an hour, if that, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. So I I'm not a fan of agging. It feels wrong.
Well, and we had met Luciana initially in Brentwyn, where, well, she
Brentwood
can
being
a
a town
town.
that doesn't
Yeah.
exist anymore,
Well,
so there's
the
no way
town
to.
is still there. The people aren't. Because Luciana, Namrask, or Zalmiris, I'm not entirely sure. She's lied a lot, assumedly. Had sacrificed them to Omnigul, of all beings, for the sake of retrieving knowledge.
Hmm. And you watch as he twists his hand, and from one of the cabinets nearby, you see this kind of flash of green before there's this strange little, almost trumpet in his hand that he goes, and you watch as smoke comes out, and it's just this alarming acid green. Hmm, okay.
So, can I roll an insight check on that?
Yeah,
What are
can
you
I
trying to
roll
insight?
an insight or
Uh,
Yeah,
arcana
me
check?
too.
If
I
she's
would
just
like
making up one big fucking lie for this.
Oh, for that, okay, for Yveld. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yvel,
agree.
yeah.
I'd like to follow suit if all possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could I roll arcana or insight on what he just did?
The trumpet device?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
Arcana
also doing that. I'm so intrigued by this trumpet.
That's an 18 insight.
Okay, we'll go to the insights first,
That
and then both Andros
is
and Yveld's roll Arcana, please.
Okay.
that is a 22.
22 and 18. While it does sound very, very far-fetched, no, everything Yveld is saying and how she's positioning herself and what they're trying to emulate with their words and facial expression is someone that is actively telling the truth of a disturbing, horrifying, but real event that has affected them in some way.
That is for Arcana natural 20 plus 7 for a total
Andros,
of
what did you get?
It's fun.
You got a what?
A natural 20 plus 1.
Nice.
My streak continues, by the way. The last things I've rolled have always
So-
been nat 20.
What the
So-
fuck is that thing on your screen?
It's a
It's
What is
dragon.
that?
It's from the honor among
So-
you guys.
Ah, I
So-
see. Anyways.
Neither of you can really tell what it is, but as you both look confused, he kind of turns to face you two specifically. It's like, just checking if I'm drunk.
No.
Oh.
Are you?
Feisty.
No, it's green. If it was red, then yes.
That's
Oh.
rather clever. No, unfortunately, what I just said is in fact the case. We confronted Luciana about it, and she had managed to escape that situation and injuring one of the people we were with at the moment. And after that, she disappeared, and we've kind of been trying to figure out what that all was about ever since.
Yveld, what's your
Then
surface? Yveld?
we,
Yveld?
yes.
What is your surface level thoughts right now?
Oh no. This deep feeling of concern mixed with genuine curiosity, because sure, Yvel's like thinking like Jesus, the destroying, just wiping the population of an entire town like that is fucked up, but she's also very intrigued at what Luciana was doing. There's this general thing of like, this vague feeling of, this is going very well.
Well, that might be their story. Me and I assume this one over here aren't exactly affiliated with these ones.
Nope.
Right.
Not at all.
We've just met
Oh, wait.
Cynthia here a couple of hours ago. Well,
So
hours?
you three are Brentwyn survivors. You two are.
Oh no, us too.
You
and
two are
pointed at
Brentwood
himself
survivors.
and Oswald are Brentwood survivors. Andros here joined us later.
This is all a lot to take in.
Uh-huh,
not
yeah.
affiliated with,
No.
and I'm not affiliated with him either. I've been solo.
You've been okay. You're solo. You're solo. I recognize you. Whatever. You two are Brentwood survivors, and you are. Oh. You're the horn player in the Celestine.
Violin, but yes. Have you heard?
Oh.
But regardless,
I feel like wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like we're missing someone. Does one of you have a
Are you
friend?
counting Sebastian?
Mean?
No, Sebastian's behind me. You're all in front. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, my familiar kind of got crushed by
No, not that
falling
one.
rubble.
Ah, that one.
What?
Where's the other one? Which one? One of you has another one. Where?
Pardon? Oh,
What do you mean by
Oh!
another one?
Do you mean Boris?
If that's the devil's name.
What?
Are you referring to a construct?
I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
Premonition is very hard to articulate correctly. One of you has something. Not you.
Sorry,
Your thing is.
sir. Kind of leans on the desk a
I'm
little bit.
very
Are you when you say devil, you mean devil as in fiend?
Well, I
No,
believe that's
devil is in
the
Gander.
definition
Yeah.
of devil.
The fiend.
Yes, I am unfortunately affiliated with one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I was just using it as a term. Sure.
He's gonna it's like he raises an
What
eyebrow.
do you mean? You can't keep getting away with this.
So, to be clear, you two Brentham survivors, you're the player. Not that kind. You two
Well.
are. You two are mercenaries.
I was heard about there was explosions in the catacombs by some cultists. She kind of pulls out the
Oh.
symbol.
Axor the Defiler is dead.
Oh,
dragon
right,
in the
yeah,
catacombs is-
Luciana killed it.
I
What
am
reason? We don't
absolutely
know.
shocked that thing was dead. I was hiding from that thing for days.
Huh?
Yeah, well, kind of turns to the local Luciana. She killed it with a bunch of
Well,
other
I-
people in a rather
I asked-
unsavory manner.
Lying to me, or if it was just playing tricks on me.
It didn't die too long before I found you.
You all are remarkably nonchalant about. Hold on.
I'm just a merchant.
I was quite surprised
Quite
when I heard the
literally a
dragon was
merchant. I
dead.
take goods from one places to another. And,
I would-
yeah.
On you saying you are a merchant reference, I need you to roll me a deception check, please.
Yeah, I'm inciting that shit.
Oh, okay.
It don't fucking matter, dude. Your insight ain't high enough for this shit. 27.
Fucking shit, damn. Yeah.
Your insight is not high enough for this shit.
Neither is mine.
27.
Who do you think was inside of you when you're a merchant?
And if he goes even higher, I can always add a die to that. Add a d8 to it.
Can I inspire Fellwinter?
No. No. So don't worry, I'm just.
Personally, I was quite surprised to hear the dragon was dead. I didn't know much
Oh.
about that. I didn't see it.
It
Oh,
was
we
a whole thing.
So a town is gone. A dragon is gone.
Yes.
And you're all in my office kicking the shit out
Stole
of
our
a.
cattle, burned our crops, and put a
Admittedly-
plague on our house.
I didn't want to come in being kicking the shit out of her. They came in running.
We've had a
Well,
very
I mean- If I truly was aiming to kick the shit out of her, she would be dead.
well.
She's not. She is alive. She is stable.
I meant to kick the shit
I
out of it.
don't-
That's not cool.
So, this is rather a lot to take in.
Perhaps
Yes,
tea.
we know.
There's always the possibility we could just walk away and this never happened.
True. Maybe I'd be wrong. That'd be wrong.
We could just get
Yes.
tea and talk about it over tea.
She
All
wiped
things
the
are easier
population
over
of an
cup of tea.
entire town. Of course, that would be wrong.
Tea is disgusting.
You're not having the right kind of tea then.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. You've
Tea
just not had
is
good tea, I think.
Vile. Rum is better.
I could agree with
Well,
that.
fucking crestfallen.
Look, I love a good cup of tea, but rum's where it's at.
Eh.
Yeah, I agree.
Depends on the day.
So now I'm faced with a difficult thing of what to do with you all. Because if what you're saying is true, which maybe will be, most likely is, then I've got to hand her over to the Nerevar God? I don't
If
really-
you...
Before you do,
You're going
can I cut all her hair off?
What? Why would you...
Why-
Why do you
why
want to
would-
do
what?
that?
Petty revenge. She's a changeling, it'll grow back. But
For what?
If you're going to do that, number one, I would like to join you.
Racism.
I have a bounty to collect there, and I would like to
Feels
quickly question her if I can.
Yes,
Oddly
I
malicious.
also would like to at least ask her in regards to all of this.
I'd like to give her a drink.
What? Why?
I told her I owed her a drink.
He left her to die in the catacombs, and
Okay.
now I feel bad.
Quite literally.
Okay, so
If
it
you are to
would
take her
be-
in, please just allow us to question her first.
Bring me with you. I have a bounty to collect there.
make a persuasion check, Beveld.
Inspired.
Thank you. What die
Use
is
it
that?
well. It is my last one. D8?
A D8.
D8. Oh, no, I have one more. Never mind. Use it however the fuck you want to.
That is 16 total.
Okay.
With the D8.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
sad.
You rolled
That
Well,
is
you
sad.
suck at this.
You
been a
shit,
charisma warlock.
Sherlock.
Let me
Almost
talk.
possessed.
Why are we letting
Sorry,
you
did
make
you
the
say
charisma roll?
persuasion or perception?
Jeez.
I said persuasion.
Yeah, okay, good. Because I did roll persuasion. I did not roll perception. Perception would be way higher.
So, it's like allow you to question her on what exactly?
On the entire mess with Brentwin, on why the
This
Personally,
feels-
I personally want to question her on what the guards were the fucking accent. What the guards were interested in. The whole cultist thing.
yes.
accent.
We
Interesting.
heard initially when we were
Shut
going
up.
to go to the Tar Hands for other reasons, that well
What's
there
the
was a
place?
pink-haired mage running around, and
Well,
well,
she's purple, but sure.
has she retained Cosima's appearance?
She's been back. She's been in her original form since the fights began.
Her original form is gray-haired.
Apparently not anymore.
Huh, that's
She's
odd.
younger.
I've seen her unconscious
Body double, body double, body
before,
double, Tom
and
Cruise,
her
Tom
hair
Cruise.
used to be gray.
Nightmare,
Okay,
nightmare, nightmare.
that's odd. No, there was, well, did she appear as Cosima when we first saw her here?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
You
Yeah,
you just heard,
no.
oh, Cherie, and just went Eldritch Blast.
yeah, but
Big gun.
she just has a very recognizable glare. I'm fairly certain that was her, because we did see, well, the whole thing at the dragon's lair. So she's at least possibly responsible for that, if that is connected, which it might be at this point.
If anything, it's grounds for questioning, at least on that front.
What if she sacrificed the dragon to this same individual?
Almost
If she is
certainly.
sacrificing some, and if she is
Oh, God.
sacrificing powerful creatures and a mass number of creatures to a specific fiend, devil, fiend, undead, whatever the hell it is, why? What does she get out of it? Is she blocked in? Does she actually get knowledge? Okay, if she
Knowledge,
gets knowledge, what does the
Getting
creature want?
information,
Freedom?
knowledge from Omnigol.
And what does Omnigol want with all these sacrifices? Freedom?
Souls, freedom.
Argon,
Could
you're
be
echoing.
anything.
Ah, fuck.
Could be anything, and I guarantee you it's never anything good. Oh! Could you do me a favor, Felwinter? Could you identify some of... Admittedly, while we were in the catacombs, I came across some items, and I'd like to know what they do so I don't blow us all to hell. Is there any way you could help me with that?
I don't think we're in a
I'm-
position to ask favors.
Maybe not with this.
This is all
But-
rather stressful. I literally just got off a meeting because some students were messing around in the fields, and this is not what you want to come back to after a long day of arguing with rich, stubborn. No, oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Stubborn, old fuck. You get the picture.
I think we do. Eva looks like as if they're thinking over something, and then kind of takes out a piece of copper wire, wraps it around his fingers, and it is gonna cast message to Felwinter and says, "I do have something else that I had retrieved from Luciana's person a while back when we initially met, that I think might also provide more insight into this entire situation."
He just speaks aloud. That being,
Yeah, I was gonna cast the message again. I'd prefer to potentially discuss this privately. It's a bit of an odd case.
Fine. We'll
What happened
discuss.
to we're not supposed to request things right now?
We'll
Oh, it's only when
discuss
Andros does it.
privately.
Yes.
And you watch as he just
Wizard solidarity.
Hmm.
he taps his foot twice on the ground, twists the wrist once, and you see this kind of spiraling red helix begin to form around it before there is a simple teacup and silver spoon in his hand. Takes out the silver spoon, cracks against the middle finger, and it just bends in two. And you watch as behind him, in the place of Sebastian, this portal doorway starts to form. Right, so I think this all needs further discussion one-on-one. This is why they don't trust me to be headmaster of the place, but we're going to do this the way I think we do this. I'm going to discuss one-on-one things with you, and if all your stories match up, see where we go. Go with that. Stay put, don't mess around, don't kill each other. Actually,
So I remember it was 30 demons, everyone. Keep the story straight. 30 demons.
let's ensure safety. And claps his head twice. And who here speaks Elvish?
I do.
Andros.
I
Okay.
do.
Okay.
I do too. Yeah.
You hear him just speak one word, which is awaken. And you watch as numerous things in the office begin to take shape
Oh, not again.
into various guardians. The desk unfurls itself into a hulking, gargantuan, ogre-like wooden entity. The birdcage comes in this twisting, spindling spider. The stonework itself comes out another stone golem. And the draperies come forming into a large cloak, which goes to cover the chandelier as it drops down from the ceiling in this vaguely humanoid metallic form.
Is
Oh,
Luciana
whoa, fuck.
still on the
They stand
teleportation
around you in
circle?
essentially a semicircle. No, I would have assumed you would have moved off at this
Yes,
point.
yes.
And that's not pleasant.
Oh yeah, she was trying to go somewhere. I don't know where.
Well, it's a nerd right now, and
Yes.
insurance is always good. Insurance is always good. Insurance is, yeah, fuck it. And snaps, and you watch as those of you who are arcane practitioners see Force Cage, a spell, appear around it.
Oh shit. Around who?
The teleportation circle.
Okay.
Luciana's been moved from it, so you don't have to worry about that.
How much time has passed? Because he said we have an hour of her being unconscious.
It's been like 7 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
No.
So we're going to start with you first because you want to talk to me, and then we'll go to the rest. Right, you with me. Let's go.
Alright. Kind of shoots
As-
Andros and Oswald a brief smile as goes in.
Now,
He just gives her a
Before we
small
go-
wave.
before we go in, all of you behave, because unfortunately they've only got my commands already imbued in them, and if you break any of those, well, won't end well, and I would hate to have to tell another set of parents that a student has gone missing.
Well, we're not students.
We're not
Again,
Not
you're
yet.
not student. What?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Anything.
And opens the door. As he goes to open the door, it comes open like a quarter of an inch before he turns to you. Try not to scream. That's
Okay.
it, and steps into the white portal way beyond.
Yuval's gonna take a deep breath because of that comment and is gonna step in.
The second both of you disappear, Reverence is going to turn to Zychria. Are you guys going to hop in the one-on-one?
No.
Dang
No.
it.
Never mind then.
As you open in, Yvald, what does your bedroom in the lighthouse look like?
It's essentially the topmost floor of the lighthouse where that Yuveld has actually used as a living space. It doesn't look good. To put it simply, the lamp, well, the brazier that serves for the actual lighthouse is perpetually empty and kind of just used as a place to store things. It's a circular room with essentially a mattress just in the corner with a couple of blankets and pillows on it. There is a desk that is half of which is just stacked with all sorts of papers and books and scrolls, and the other half is completely clean, with one empty glass on it, and the rest of it is well covered in an amalgamation of chalk-drawn notes on the floor and walls, and paper notes that have been placed to fill in the gaps where it's necessary.
This is not what I was expecting, but sure.
What, where are we?
I don't know, somewhere you think is safe?
I mean, yes. Yveld is going to move move over to the mattress and kind of just sits down in it and says, "If you want to take a seat, you can also take a seat on the table."
No, I'll go right through that.
Oh, do I manage to sit down in it or no? Do I go through it? Oh, interesting.
This isn't my memory. Things aren't stable for me.
Oh, I see.
You don't want to clock on to the fact he said memory?
I think you look like. Wait, what do you mean memory? Why?
Hmm?
What are we? What do you mean, memory?
Wizard stuff. Don't worry. So, talk.
Right.
Or else, I don't know. Talk.
You're not good at threatening, are you?
No, I'm a wizard. I don't threaten people, I make spells.
I
Maybe.
suppose so.
Well, you're not a wizard.
Yes, I am. And he rolls up the sleeve of their left arm to show the various spells.
Oh, you've got
Yes.
gang tattoos. Pleasant.
No, they're not. They're not tattoos. Well, I mean, they are spell preparation inscriptions.
Why not just use a book?
Well, and Dievald reaches out the absolutely packed tome. It takes up a lot of space. Let's just say that, if properly opened. But
Why
that...
don't just you make a self-expand? I forget. People can't just make self-expanding books off the top of their head.
Oh, and you can?
Yes. Arlene always tells me not to brag about it.
Huh. That's impressive. Right.
It's so whatever. What do you want to talk about? Because you are like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really. That was kind of a lie. I don't really like squishing people, so I just kind of made them as playmats, placeholders, toys. So I don't really feel comfortable leaving them.
Oh, thank God, they're not actually gonna like kill my
Not
companions if they, try any stupid shit.
Well,
They probably won't. They're smarter than that.
let's just say stupid stuff
I'm going to
happens.
slap this one on the ass.
If stupid stuff does
Woohoo!
happen, foolish stuff, well, let's just say that your friends are going to be a little bit less intelligent when we get back.
Could I insight
Like a orb.
Oh no, because I out of character have an inkling, but
Sure, you can roll insight.
and there
I
goes
need
my
to fuck
luck.
with these things.
That's 8 total.
And your look of confusion is like, well, the last time that students broke into my office, Marlene told me to make sure that those that would break in wouldn't get into any mischief and would simply kind of wander around, bounce off the pillars. So I did make it so that the guardians of said office, when they break, have, well, it's kind of like snapping the shell of a lobster, only instead of releasing flesh, it releases the feeble mind.
Oh.
That's like permanent, isn't it?
Unless they have greater restoration, yes.
That's permanent.
I'm so
30
tempted. I'm
days,
so
they'll- there's
tempted.
chance.
You don't want to do that. You don't want
Listen,
to do that.
Listen,
No.
I never claim to be responsible. I just claim to be the best.
Right. Okay. So, for starters, you said you saw me in the library. Why does everyone keep assuming I'm a cultist? I'm not a cultist.
You're trying to summon something that's home. I think home's the great way to say. Is somewhere out deep in the astral sea, and you tried to use my library to do so, which, by the way, I hate looking through Autocrates' eyes. It's really cold.
Wait, what? Oh, the construct at the
Yes.
Oh well, I mean, I wasn't trying to summon it. I was trying to look for more
What else do you
information.
think you would?
Well, the basin works as it was described to us. You go
The
over to the
basin
basin.
summons a Buckeyes.
Are you telling me it's possible to use the base things? I thought
Nope.
it was just
No, I'm not.
books to
No, I'm not.
directing
No,
it.
I'm not.
Insight check.
Wait, hold on.
And Yveld for this is just going to look at the Fellwinter as Shimon is. Lend me your read, people, as I cast guidance on myself.
Counterspell.
Fuck.
That's not. That's. We're already in a memory. I would hate to invite unwanted attention. You're doing this to try and sell me something. I think
I'm not trying to sell something.
you're trying to sell me a truth. That's selling me something.
I'm not trying to.
Also, when you roll that insight, I want you to roll it twice and take the lower roll, please.
Did he just silvery barb me? He just silvery barbed me. It's an 11 total plus 4, so 15. 11 rolled, 15 total. Yeah, that's the word.
What was it you were trying to insight?
I was trying to insight when he said no. I'm not suggesting that no, it can't be like summon. I'm trying to insight check that.
Here's to be generally telling the truth. It's more just kind of that thing where someone is actively trying to dissuade you of something, but they just sound so much more suspicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
you
aside,
want
that's
to...
unrelated. And Yuel's gonna pull out the Vihar journal.
What?
I
don't know every book in existence, so you're gonna have to tell me what that is.
I was about to. I was just taking it out. I found this on Luciana's person a while back when we first met, and this appears to be a journal either written by Vihar himself or transcribed from Vihar's perspective by maybe one of his followers. I'm not entirely sure about that. And Yuel hands over the journal. I've been decrypting it over the past month or so.
Takes it. Decrypting.
Yes. It's in archaic undercommon of the first era.
Why not just cast comprehend languages?
It looks very awkward. I'm not the most let's just say that I've been studying magic in this way, taps the spellbook.
Yes, you stink of the deep.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
stinky.
He kind of flips through the journal.
I wanted
First Navigator,
so bad.
Waning Stars, Worm. Eat all the light in the sky. Ooh, eat all the light in the sky.
Here's my additional notes on it, and Yoel's gonna hand over one of the notebooks that essentially has the annotations and thoughts I've made in the campaign in regard to it.
I saw beings who deserve no thought, possibly called animals. Emperor defect to destroy the one who takes me. Right. So you have a crazy person's book.
I mean, given that Luciana has also stated she used to apparently follow Vihar as one of his cultists, maybe not.
Looks kind of blankly at you at Vihar. Huh?
What?
Do you mean what? Who are you talking about?
Could I roll, I guess, insight?
What the fuck?
Sure.
Because I'm not mixing up the lore here. I'm not mixing up the
You're
lore
not.
here. I'm
Vihar
not.
is one of the most infamous figures in history.
How do you not know about Vihar? 16 total.
There is no Vihar in Marabar.
So
Certainly odd name. You're who?
Bihar, the dethroned emperor, all that.
You'll have to forgive. One
Huh?
moment. And he opens from his cloak, withdraws this long scroll that kind of comes unfurling down to the floor and just bounces and keeps going and keeps going and keeps going for about several meters.
If
And
it
he goes,
bounces
like,
Yuval's your direction, Yuval's gonna look over on what's written on the scroll.
he goes flipping through it, and it's just like 1E, 2E, 560. Oh fuck! Skim past it. 2. Oh, sorry. Thousands of years ago, it's hard to remember.
I mean, that's why you have history tomes on the
History is
topic.
boring when you've lived through it all.
How old are you?
Lost count. Couple hundred years ago, maybe more. It's been a while. I'm much more of a recluse these days. Right. So we have Vihar. Vihar, the emperor. Yes.
Yeah.
Not Akrastos. Vihar.
No, Crastus is.
Not Aramen either. Vihar. Okay. So we have Vihar. We have Luciana, who is the woman that is unconscious on the floor of my office,
Yes.
currently blindfolded, and
Mm-hmm.
we have a town that's gone.
We have the population of a town that's gone. The town itself is still there.
That clarification feels unnecessary.
I mean, it's not like there's just a crater where the town once stood. She just vaporized all the people in it. Also, at least, Oswald and I may or may not have
Right,
supposed
Mandel,
to,
the gravity. No, that's not yet. Fuck. I've got to stop. This is really annoying. It's really frustrating. What year is it?
703.
Okay, that's good. Good to know. Good to know.
Can you not control your premonition?
It's rather annoying. I
Oh,
see
mine
you
knows.
and another you and another you. All different ages, all shifting positions. Some of them aren't even going to be real. It's rather frustrating.
I mean, I'd assume they shift positions in a good way then.
No, as in, you're there, and then point to the left, you're there, and then you're over there. Whatever. So, crazy person, Vihar, town gone. This is why they don't let me make the decisions around here. It's my name on the tin. It's nothing more than that.
You don't even. But you founded the college. You should be able to.
Yes, I founded the college. But, well, I'm told that Ferraris doesn't like me very much. So I've been predisposed for the better part of 2 decades.
Oh,
So,
that's fortunate here.
Okay, what are you wanting me to do about this? Because for all that I might be a wizard of immense magnitude, I don't exactly have a hand in how the laws of this country and this city work. If I did, well,
I mean,
we'd all be wearing hats like these. What's Summer's head?
I don't.
There's now that same gray silken hat, and as you look down, he's just covered in a long gray robe intermingled with luminescent stars that kind of shimmer in and out across the fabric as it moves.
I mean, I prefer not to wear that.
Right, yes, in Nerevar there is that law. Pesky thing.
Would
Wait,
you
no,
all
it's not hats, it's
know-
crowns.
Would you all know about the crown law?
No.
What law?
It's illegal to wear a crown in this city.
Well, this is why this is not a crown.
You look boring with that. And in your hands is the same hat that's made out of the same material and texture and coloring as your sashes. It clashes horribly with the rest of the outfit.
Yvel carefully puts it to the senses. I know,
Weight on your head.
I'm just going to
So,
finish.
okay, what do you want me to do?
I mean, that's kind of why I tried explaining that I think in that case, not sure the law can even do anything about this. I mean, they could go to Brentwood and see there's no one there anymore, but the only proof we have of that Luciana is responsible is,
I'll tell
mine
you
and
what,
Oswald's words.
I can see about getting
You
her
can put me in a zone of truth. I can.
That one, that's wasting around that.
I mean,
I
if you
can
don't
see
trust my
about
word.
trespassing in my office and
Admittedly,
conspiracy to unleash a tarnished.
What? No.
You've literally just told me that she has Vihar's journal.
Oh, about her. I mean, I'd assume, yeah. I'm not sure what she's doing. Is he still holding on to the journal?
Yes.
If you're done with that, could I?
Huh?
The journal.
Right.
And my notebook. Place them back in this. Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, I don't know. I
But
don't know
there's
what she's
something
trying
that's
to
more
do.
important. Luciana aside. What did you say her last name was?
Well, she introduced herself as Namrask.
Country. Oh, kingdom.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of focused on the history of Kismar in my studies.
Well, you live here, that'd be smart.
Yes, that's why I did it. But well, there's another piece in
her
all
name
of
aside.
this.
Her name aside. Her name aside.
She
You-
also apparently might be known as Zolmeris.
Don't make me move your mouth. Good. You try to summon a being into my pocket library.
I didn't know that was what it does.
I carry
just
that
thought-
around in my pocket.
I just thought
You
wait,
could
do
have ripped my robes open.
I'm very sorry. I did not
And by
know
extension
that.
of that, you would have all ripped me open. Because that's on my inside pocket. And wait, hold on. It is, it's on my inside pocket.
I mean, I didn't know. I just thought the basin showed you where
You
books
made
were.
my robes drip black ink for weeks.
It's not been weeks. It's been a
Not
couple
yet.
of days. I did not know that it was going to do that.
Fine.
But that window, does it actually lead into the astral sea?
No. I mean,
Where
it
does it
looks
lead
at a
to?
part of it, but it doesn't. You couldn't open it and go in there.
Yeah,
That would be foolish.
no, okay. Listen, when I inquired about what I
When you
inquired,
try to summon a
I
being
did
into
not
my
try to
pocket
summon it. I did not know that was a summoning thing.
What did you think it was?
I just thought it would point me to books on a specific topic.
It summons the books to you. You think you look up and it's just...
Still have to go to the books and get them.
Yeah, it summons the bookshelf to you.
Well, I didn't know
I couldn't
that.
enchant it to make the books just come
I
to you
didn't
because that
know-
would result in student
Well,
deaths.
maybe you.
I hate you, young people.
Rude. Well, maybe you should put up a little plaque that actually says that. Oh, careful! This thing summons books.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that the people attending my college nowadays were idiots.
I don't study here.
You attended.
The library.
Exactly. Anyway, is that all?
I mean,
Oh, we're talking about this. Don't summon things again in my house.
I'm sorry. I didn't
In
know.
my robes, rather.
But
That
you
sounds
say
odd.
that it leads into the astral sea, correct? It's not like, I don't know, just a projection of an image that you made up. It's the actual astral sea.
Why?
Just genuine curiosity?
You are a terrible liar. There is much more than that. And that's why I won't be telling you.
What?
Fine. You want some advice for whatever it is you're trying to summon?
I'm not necessarily trying to summon anything so much as I'm trying to help a friend.
Right. You're also trying to summon something. So, you want some advice? There's a reason why we're in this memory of all ones.
Sorry, could you repeat what you said? I just
There's a
I'm
reason
sorry.
why we're in this memory of all ones.
I mean, what memory is this? I've spent quite a while here.
Well, give it 2 minutes. And
Yvette has at this point also kind of just started looking at some of the scratchings on the floor and taken out a notebook and started writing some of them down because Yvette
well,
said, oh hey, actually this is useful.
some that you have wrote aren't there.
Where did my notes go?
They're not
My
made
floor-
yet.
My floor notes. You
They're
say
not-
this is a memory.
They're not made yet.
I don't like this
When
guy.
is this memory from?
From the pot.
What time?
I love this guy.
And you hear a door open further down the lighthouse and close, and these staggered half steps and various metallic creaks as a figure comes up the stairs.
Who is that?
And you see the top of this darker brown hair.
Yvelle's going over and seeing who it is.
Exactly. You see the top of this darker brown hair begin to emerge, this taller, half-orcish figure that looks exactly like you.
Oh, it's just me.
It's, yes, who else would it be?
I don't know. I haven't been there in half a year.
Right, and this is from half a year ago.
Hmm.
And you see yourself kind of just look around up from a book. Whatever book it is. It's been so many months you don't know. And they kind of just go about their day, moving to and fro, and you realize that shit, it's been nearly over a month of you with a beard. You forgot how weird it looked when you didn't have one. Begin to select several titles from the shelves. And Felwinter's kind of just watching with rapt attention. The hat pulled kind of slightly lower over the eyes. You watch as Isabel, this past one of the sashes not having the telltale signs of the mending cantrip cast on it, pulls out several books and begins slowly, methodically, almost trance-like, ripping out pages, just peeling them back, and then sticking them together in this collage of knowledge. As she begins to lay them out, and then starts forming a chalk runic circle around her, which you know very well. All spiraling, flowing, wave-like scriptures just moving around you in this continuous motion. She begins lighting candles at various intervals, and you realize that these are the intervals of a clock face around the circle. And then takes one knee down, raises her arms to the side of her, takes the next knee down, begins swaying slightly, and you see her lips moving, but you can't hear the words, though you know them all too well.
Yeah, I was also observant. I can lip read.
Right? See her lips move. You know what she's saying. Can't tell. Do you speak deep speech, Yvette?
No!
Exactly.
Do I remember this?
Those 3 days were a bit of a haze.
What is this?
Well, I figured if you were trying to summon something in my pocket, that maybe, well, it'd be better for you to go back to wherever you initially tried. And I kind of lied. I do know where this is. If you want to summon something, go back to where you did it the first time. Stop doing it in my library.
Once again.
Off we go. Let's go.
Well, yeah, it didn't work. I've tried looking into it. It didn't work. The reason I left was because I ran out of my resources. I ran everything thin. I couldn't find anything.
Hmm. That's odd. It didn't work. And you, Eval, what is your passive perception?
Very high. 16, actually, not that high.
And yet, this whole time, you've not noticed we're not speaking common. Now you're actively paying attention.
Is the
His
floor
words
really
are not.
stretching?
His words are not matching his lips.
I love this man.
So, what are we speaking? What language am I speaking right now?
Well, I think it would be a little bit discomforting to hear.
I wouldn't be asking if I didn't want to know. Discomforting is kind of
knowledge seekers.
part of the job at this point.
I'm beginning to get an inkling of who it is that you follow, and that is not boding well.
I don't follow necessarily anyone or anything. Like I
So
said,
you
I'm
just let
helping out a friend.
anything into your head?
No.
And there's this odd moment of dark intensity that you've not seen from this very benign, like just all over the place scattered wizard that is Felwinter. As he leans in closer, not close to where it's intruding, but just closer, darkened eyes. I mean, how well did that go for? Here's deeper in. Custom Malpens? We should all be careful of the friends we make with entities in our head.
Could I roll an investigation check to see if my mind is being read right now?
I don't believe. Hold on, I need to actually recheck
It
the
really
wording.
depends on
I
what
need to check the
ability
wording
and
of his
or
stat
spell
block.
this
So give me
is.
1 second, because I might be
Absolutely.
able to.
I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
This would just be an intelligence check, not investigation.
Okay. Where's my good dice? Oh. Okay, that's a 14 plus 4 for a total of 18.
It's not as if your mind is being read as much as your life is. And now you're starting to get the sense that he did not need to roll mechanically any insight checks or anything like that. Because from the minute you've been in his office is the minute he's been paying attention to not what you say, not just what you do, but everything you've done.
Question. Is the keeper reacting to this in any way?
There's very much this heavy, like it's not been there for a couple of weeks now, which is not unusual. It's happened before. Now there's this very heavy weighted pressure behind your eyes, this buildup of tension in your gut. As Felwinter's words become more and more blurred, not slurred, but blurred in your understanding of them, as they begin to come out with clicks and whistles and screeches before coming out with sharp clarity. Don't summon things in my college again. And with that, we're going to cut over to the other group.
Oh god.
I'm wounded and bleeding.
Now,
I'll be
For
fine.
potions. You
yes. So, as we're going to quickly go over what's already happened within the campaign VC chat. So, Zychria has handed out some healing potions. Oswald, would you like to take one from Zychria if she still has some left?
I will take one, but I will not ingest it.
Until you've seen Andros do the same?
No, because I have no reason to believe I'm under any more threat.
Absolutely. That's completely
Well-
fair. I will say, across these 10 minutes, unless any of you have something specific you want to do, you can absolutely take a short rest.
So that then Andros
Hell yeah.
I only have 2 potions, so Andros actually took both of them unless The second one went to Oswald. I only had 2 left.
I can take down the healing. You probably need it more than I do.
So she would give one to Andros and one to.
Yeah, I'm taking
Yeah.
down Andros. Oswald with one.
Yeah, she would have. Yeah, she would have given one to Andros, one to Oswald.
Sorry, what happened in back?
That was demonic. Aragon, you're echoing again.
I don't know why it's
I think
happening.
it's Aragon.
So,
It is.
as we cut back to the other group, Andrews having taken 2 healing potions. You can take a short rest, because in this campaign, short rests are 10 to 15 minutes.
Yes, hell yes.
And
Sweet.
eventually, you begin to hear this kind of in sound from behind you, reference from where you're sat, as you see that kind of slick puddle of green slime beginning to form into a vaguely small humanoid-like shape, with an upper body being human, the lower half just being a goop trail. As it forms this kind of mouth. Given everything's happening in Felwinter's office, it's not mind-blowing, but it is still odd, as just kind of slowly cranes its neck around. And then, who are all of you?
Sorry, what?
Here's me.
Well, you're not Felwinter, and I was trying to talk to him. So, who are all of you?
I think we're Felwinter's
yeah.
captives.
He'll be
Pretty
back
much.
soon.
He's talking to us individually about something.
Went to go speak to the orc in a different dimension or some shit.
Half
You might have to.
Sure. Sure.
Would you like me to take a message?
Certainly, if you would not mind. Say that Magister Mori of the End of the World Archive is trying to speak with him. And if he keeps blocking our messages, well, we will have to talk more forcefully. And the last time that happened was the Lemnos party of 95.
Would you like all that
Can I roll
given,
history
or
check,
just
please,
the first
please,
part?
Yes.
I was about to say.
As
Do you want that
Oswald
in
can.
quote with the same language?
Zachary's
That
writing
is
this
maybe-
down.
22.
Zachary's gotta
22.
write this down.
The Lemnos Party of 95 was an event that took place in 3E 695, way before your time. But at the same time, it is something that was common enough to be spoken about as a thing of legend. Lemnos was a small celebratory occasion for various arcane practitioners of the time. Usually took place on the party city of Oromon. At least that was before the city itself had risen. And as for the specific event, let's. Oh, who just died? Okay. As for the specific
me.
event, but we're all back here, anyways. As for the specific event, while it is a thing of obscure knowledge, it's one of those kind of trivia questions that you'd instinctively be able to answer. As what the event is specifically referring to is a time that Felwinter himself accidentally awakened a whole a street's worth of bizarre, bizarre as in the marketplace, items that seek to unionize.
Hey,
It was not a pretty
Solidarity.
thing. Yeah, it was not a pretty thing, and it took them several weeks to track down
They hire
all of the
Pinkertons?
awoken members.
Hold
Now,
on.
I just died for a second.
Briefly.
Please inform him that I am trying to reach for him, and that will be all.
Certainly. And do have a lovely day.
Certainly. And the slime just goes inert.
How much you want to bet he does not want to hear whatever that thing's saying?
How much want to bet I don't tell him?
I have
That'd
it
be
written
quite
down if you want to.
Oh
And
yes,
you
from what I
saying
recall,
this,
that was quite funny. The, I guess threats he was trying to make on a past event. That was very funny.
at you all saying like maybe we don't tell him, the large desk-like ogre creature just says with this deep rumbling tone,
Do you want to tell him?
Oh look, it's the Minecraft zombie.
Do you guys
What did-
remember what he said? Can you guys tell him instead?
Look, I don't speak ogre.
I didn't understand what he said in actual world.
No idea.
Sir, do you need a breath
the
mint?
desk said tell him, and then you said, do you want to tell him, Andros? He responded with slow, as in he's too slow to tell him.
His patience.
All right.
And you all kind of sitting there for a moment. Is there anything you want to do, or do you want to just stay there chilling with Luciana?
I'm cutting her hair off. I'm taking my blade and I'm cutting her hair off.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Don't cut her hair off. We have golems that probably want to beat us at the sign of a blade.
Oh, good
And-
point. Son of a bitch.
And I'm not trying to make her angry before I interrogate her. It's much harder to get answers out of people who are pissed off.
Yeah, well, she'll be pissed at me, not you. But it's fine. She just
Pissed
changed
at
her
anyone
to
who beat the shit out of her.
Reverend's
Fair.
gonna shoot like her another glance.
Oh, wait.
You want to give me your name, or are you just gonna stare at me?
Reverend.
My name is Reverence. Reverence Truth. Oh, also, shit, I need to actually post my image.
Good job.
I'm gonna drop in art. Give me a moment.
Oh yeah, you should do that, actually.
I'll do that along with a description. Because I have descriptions. Because I'm a D&D player.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
he looks fancy.
So,
I thought he was purple.
do you all just want to take a short rest?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just talking. We're just talking.
Okay, take a short rest then.
Also, I'm making a gag in preparation.
What?
So what?
Is there a limit to hit dice you can spend during a short rest?
Only
No.
what you have available. You haven't taken a short rest yet today, so you have all your hit dice available to you.
Woo!
And
So-
Yeah,
please remember, it's your hit dice plus your con modifier for regaining hit points.
I'm
Perfect.
just
Your
wrapping.
con modifier plus hit dice. So if you have a con mod of +4, it is, if you've got a D10 hit die, it is 1d10 +4, 1d10 +4, 1d10 +4, etc., etc., etc. Just keep that in mind.
Essentially, it's 1d10 plus 4 times however many dice you want to spend.
So, Reverence is on the taller end for a tiefling, being 5'10". And in his time, he has a rather agile yet athletic body. He's rather attractive. He has clean scarlet red skin, light sangria tousled hair that always seems to find itself in an ideal position. He has a striking gold in his eye and an athletic cut figure. And his traveling attire consists of a blue-collared concealed placket button-up shirt with an elaborate crimson fencing cape labeled with fur. His pants are a dark purple, the waist of which is covered by a thick brown belt holding all sorts of gear on it.
I'm still
reference.
taller than you. I'm still taller than you.
God damn.
Yeah, same. Get fucked, I'm still the
The
tallest.
other tiefling 6 foot. Fuck you.
That fucker's 6'5". No one's taller than Andros.
No one.
And
no
just
one
I'm
will
taller
be
than you,
because
though.
I can get,
Energy.
because I
All
can
that
get up
matters,
to
I'm taller than
9
you.
feet tall if I want to.
So,
There's no way Andrus' like
Unfortunately-
base form is actually 6'5".
okay. So, if you're all just resting, eventually Fellwinter will come out, along with Yveld.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
it's
God,
gay!
As they exit, Yveld, what is the current expression upon your face?
Yvel looks fucking shaken, very confused,
Right. So as you
and
before you do anything,
I will say,
before you do anything, unless it's just flavor,
it is currently just flavor,
then by all means continue.
and as they're exiting, you do see kind of a bit of a pause as Yvel reaches into one of the side pouches on the belt and takes out a bit of copper wire and kind of absentmindly
We'll
wrapping
get
it
to that in
around
just
his
a
finger.
second. So, Felwinter, even though you guys look at Yveld and she is very clearly shaken up, maybe even just disturbed, Felwinter kind of claps his hands, is dressed in a different outfit than what you saw him in last, the kind of long gray wizard robes with the hat, claps his hands together and just goes, right, next one. Who will it be?
Reverend raises his hand. Let's get it over with.
Definitely.
I'm going.
And as you stand up, Reverence and Yveld cast message. We're going to cut tonight's session short because I do have somewhere to be. I'm terribly sorry.
Damn it. Aw.
Kill
next-
him.
Next week, be fucking prepared for a bit of a longer one. We're talking maybe 3.5 or so hours, maybe a little bit longer. So be prepared. Because it will be a long one, because we will be doing everyone's individual
Hell
talks
yeah.
along with other stuff. I know the session was short. I do apologize. I really am sorry, but I do have something I have to be to in the next 5 minutes, and I didn't want to have to cut a conversation short just as it was happening. With that being said, again, sorry for being so short. Thank you all very much for coming. It's a joy playing with you all. Yvel, please add proficiency with deep speech onto your sheet.
Huh? Huh?
Oh,
Huh? What?
And,
What?
well,
Deep.
Huh?
deep.
Yes.
Fellas, should I be concerned?
so yes,
Yes,
I understand.
absolutely.
I understand at the start of that, Felwinter very much might have seemed like this kind of weird, goofy,
He seemed
like
nice, and now I'm scared.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
him. Oh,
I love
I'm
him
so
so
in love
much.
He's
with this
great. I love him
character.
so much.
Oh, this is my favorite thing. I love a Merlin character. Oh, it's my favorite thing. The fucking sees all, knows all, still cunty. He is my favorite.
Damn.
it's not so much that he's trying to be cuntish as it is a case of him essentially
cuntish.
realizing how far past most people he is. But there is absolutely a reason the Golden Council hates him, and it's not just because he has a free public college.
Oh my fucking god, of course I tried to add it to my sheet, and the note I added to it got corrupted immediately.
It's a sign.
It's the fucking sign, I'm terrified.
Felwinter seems like a nice guy who is very upfront about everything that goes through his mind. So there is no reason to be concerned. You,
Yes.
however, I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about you.
I will say
Who's
the
you?
first,
Who's
the
you?
first time, the
Oh,
first
Yvonne's
time,
fine.
the first time he used the trumpet, he was absolutely checking if he was drunk. That wasn't like a bit. He was
Which
genuinely
honestly,
doing
with everything we were just dishing out to him, that's a very understandable reaction.
Yeah.
We could have just gaslit him into thinking we weren't even there. We were just drunk.
Reverence
Yvonne's
doesn't want to
attention
be
to
here.
the
He's like,
matchmakers
What
thing.
the fuck?
Reverence doesn't
it
want
is-
to be here. All he knows is he's in a group full of murderers, and he's speaking to one of the most
We've
politically
not murdered
influential
anyone,
figures.
though.
We have not
I don't
murdered
know that.
anyone.
Literally.
I don't know that.
Yeah, you just decide to assume that. That's not on us, bro. That's on you.
Uh-huh. That's on Reverence.
So, with that being said, I do have somewhere to be. I am really sorry. Thank you all very much for coming. Any comments, questions, criticisms, apart from it being short, because I understand that one.
I got
Please
to
feel
say
free to
3
hit me with-
words.
Short, tomato, tomato, tomato.